could that be?
Groovy.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Horror Chamber. And today, I'm gonna rank all of the Evil Dead movies. I'm not gonna count anything from the Ash vs. Evil Dead TV shows. I'm just gonna do the movies, just the Evil Dead movies. There's only 4 of them, as I can count right now, but yeah. Anyways, let's get on to it. And before we get into it, I actually love all of the Evil Dead movies, so I do not hate any of them. Alright, at the bottom of my list, we've got the Evil Dead reboot. Which is called Evil Dead. I actually really liked this one. This one was pretty good. At first the characters were a little, at first the characters were a little too hard to get into until the end of the movie. And I thought this one was actually gonna not be good, honestly, but once it started, it was actually really good. I actually started to love it. And I did definitely love the Ash Williams cameo and references they made in the movie. And of course, he had to make it in the movie somehow by saying his one quote.
Groovy.
So if you're expecting Ash Williams to be in the full movie, he doesn't really make the appearance of the full movie. Even though I bet a lot of fans are kind of mad that he wasn't in the movie, but I bet that cameo probably made a lot of the older fans of the Evil Dead franchise pretty excited, I bet. And of course we got the TV show, so yeah, that kind of makes up for this reboot, even though, in my opinion, I actually think it's really good. It's probably one of the best remakes of any horror movie I've ever seen, actually, come to think of it. Maybe, I don't know, it's not better than The Invisible Man, in my opinion, but yeah, Evil Dead 2013. Alright, next on the list we got Army of Darkness. When I first saw this, I thought this was weirder than Evil Dead 2, honestly. I thought this movie got a little bit more wackier than Evil Dead 2 got, but I loved it, obviously. A lot of funny stuff happening in this movie. This one, I feel like, was more of like a comedy, more of like a horror comedy than any of the other Evil Dead movies. Especially when he meets his bad Ash in the Three Stooges scene, and there's a lot of funny scenes in this movie. A lot of wacky, weird stuff going on in this movie. But, I still love it. I still love it. It's awesome. And yeah, that came out in 1992, if you didn't know. I'm correcting myself. It came out in 1993, to be exact. But yeah, Army of Darkness, 1993. And then the next one on my list, we got, of course, the original Evil Dead. It's a classic. What can I say? Classic moments, classic movie moments, classic quotes, classic storyline. I mean, hey, it's a great 80s horror movie. Probably one of my favorite 80s horror movies, honestly. But yeah, when I first saw it, it was kind of average, in my opinion, until I watched it again, and then all of a sudden I was like, yeah, this is a masterpiece. And, I mean, it was just a classic. Everything about it was just classic. and a lot of crazy stuff going on around the house. And especially for a guy, Bruce Campbell, I think this was like his first acting role, like in an actual movie. So yeah, his acting in the movie isn't really, the best, but for a low budget movie, this was like literally one of the best cheap movies ever. And they made a statement on splatter films and how you can have so much gore in one movie. And yeah, if you're wondering if you've like watched all of the sequels before this one, this one's mostly not really a comedy at all. This one's actually just a straight ahead horror movie. It's not really, there's no comedy in this movie. I mean, you can laugh at it, but yeah. Alright, now at the top of the list we have Evil Dead 2. I just love this movie. I mean, if you don't love Evil Dead 2, this movie's just awesome. There's a lot of wacky scenes. I mean, seriously, every one of these movies literally has good special effects. Especially for the time it came out, it just had really good special effects. A lot of wackier scenes in this one than in the first one, obviously. And if you guys didn't watch the spoilers alert, by the way, but if you didn't watch the first one, he obviously gets sucked by something, probably some evil deadite or whatever. And of course, this is how this movie came along, obviously. So yeah, it's basically a funnier, wackier remake of Evil Dead 1, but I think this is better, in my opinion. It's just over the top. It's hilarious. It's from the 80s, and makeup effects are amazing. It's just great. It's just a great movie. That's the end of the video. If you like videos like this one, subscribe. And if you want me to talk about Ash vs. Evil Dead, the TV show, that will be coming out soon in another later video. But anyways, I'll see you in the next video of mine. Bye.